Hey, what's up, guys? It's D-Man back again. Um, let's just go right into it on this beautiful Friday. Um, this I want to title this "The Destroying of the Black Family." The family and the family structure. It's something I'm passionate about, even as a young man. I'm passionate about it, and I think that God has blessed me to be passionate about it because I see the effects of the breaking down of the family and what it had, what the effects have has on the children and each other and the women and the men and so on and so forth. I want to start out by reading a little scripture in this, the book of Genesis 18 and 19. This was God talking. God said, "For I know him," speaking of Abraham, "that he will command his children and his household after him, that they shall keep the way of the Lord to do justice and judgment, that the Lord may bring upon Abraham that which he has spoken of him." And that's a beautiful scripture because God was saying, I know that he's going to command his household. I know that he's going to keep his children in check. And what I see now is um, and this dates back to the '60s, and this is really the kind of feminist movement, the kind of women's rights issue, and the kind of putting down the man and putting up the woman that they've created it in our own race or in our own people, which is kind of silly when you think about we're all in the same boat, really, even though sisters are seemingly seceding at a higher rate. But we're still in the same boat. I mean, you still look to pass as a black woman, a mad black woman in some people cases. But I think I want to get back to my topic: the destroying of the family. When you have a man and a woman raising a child, you have a support system there. You have a system that even if they are both in poverty, that child still has a better chance of succeeding than that of a single parent household. I know many of our people may have been raised by single parent households, so this is not a slight or disrespect to any of them, but that's just saying the way that God intended it to be was man and a woman. Why is that? Well, because the man in most cases, and not all cases, was the man who instilled discipline in the child. He instilled that fear that caused the children to respect you. And the woman, she was a nurturer. She nurtured the child by birth, by nature. She nurtured the child, which was God's way that it was designed for. So it was kind of that tough, that hard, and that soft combination. If a child grows up with just one, let's say he grows up with the in most cases, with most of the African American boys or even women grow up with just their moms. Okay, if you grow up with if a child grows up with just his mom, he has the nurture, but he don't have the responsibility factor that comes into to him by way of men, by way of manhood, and the man can raise another man. That's why it's hard for women to raise a man because she's a nurturer. She knows parts of it, and a man may have to nurture a little bit, but overall, he has to be the disciplinary. He has to be the worker. He has to be the one who sets the responsibility and goes out and handle his business. But when you make the woman have to be the sole responsible one, the enforcer and the nurturer, she's out of her position and she's vulnerable. She's vulnerable in her attitude. She's vulnerable in her ways. Why do you think so many people, so many of our sisters are down or they're frustrated or they're mad? They're not always mad. A lot of sisters aren't mad. That's just what the way the media portray them. But some of our sisters are a little frustrated because they're doing it alone. They're doing it alone, and they shouldn't have to. Because why? God made it to a man and a woman. So as men, even if you're not with that woman, you want to help her raise that child because that child is both of you guys' main responsibility, and you want to raise a child that is responsible, and you want to progress that lineage. When you have a married couple who loves each other and a couple who raising their children together, that's creating a lineage. That's bigger than just them. That's okay. I'm passing down my lineage and my legacy to my child. She's passing down to her children. He's passing down. That's the family name. That's the family tradition. That's the family recipe per se. Whatever it is, it's getting passed along. So you have to understand that it's so vital that we as black people, really young people, have to hear this because we're the ones that's going to carry the torch into the next generation. We have to know that families stand together, being married, it matters. It matters, man. I know that drugs really affected the family unit. Drugs by the way of some of us using drugs, some of us selling dope, getting into that prison pipeline. So it's a shortage of men, I think, out there for the women because, of course, women outnumber men. But more than that, it's a shortage of quality men because if you want to say quality in the sense of somebody who is not in a penal system, somebody who has not got in trouble before, then the quality of man have shortened. It seemed like, but guys, that's by design. If I take away the man from the family, I can easily attack the woman. This goes back to the Garden of Eden. If I can attack the woman, if I can attack the man, I can bring down their seed. Satan is after our seed. I heard an old Chinese proverb that once said, if you really want to just destroy a family, if you really want to just take out a parent, kill the child. Take out the child. Because when you take out that child, that'll destroy that seed. And that's what the enemy is doing, guys. He's not really after us. I mean, he is in a sense, but he want our seed, and our seed breeds the next seed, breeds the next seed. That's the generation. So if you attack and destroy a family structure, you not only are destroying that family structure, you are destroying that family to come even 100 years after that, guys. That's how important marriage is. That's how important choosing the right person is. That's how important giving birth is. That's how, excuse me, important it all is. It all is bigger than us. It's our lineage. It's our seed that matters. So if you're in a relationship or you're married, think about that child. Think about each other and whatnot. Because see, when you have a man and a woman that in a cultivating relationship and marriage, what they do is that's sprouting ideas, that's sprouting support for one another, that's sprouting growth in one another. That's me helping you in the area where you weak, you helping me in the area I'm weak, because we were made for each other. You were made for me. So if you ever want to attack a civilization, and everybody knows the black civilization has been attacked, you attack that structure of the man and the woman. Even with homosexuality, what is that junk? That's a part of the attack in the family structure. God designed a man for a woman and a woman for a man purposely. Why? To procreate, guys. And we have to understand that. And when we think about it, think about this, and this is very simple logic. If you attack the family structure, you attack that family to come. They won't know what a wholesome family is. They only know what single parent is. And that's brokenness. And we can't thrive out of brokenness. We got to have fully developed relationships with family values, family love, family respect, and family support and family help. We got to help each other. When you look at the Hispanics per se, out of all due respect, or the Mexicans, or however you want to say it, they are family oriented, guys. We got to have a family oriented. If they can destroy us from being family oriented, we become selfish. We become independent. It's all about us. I'm tough. I'm brazen. I'm raising my child. So what? And guys, that's not the way God wanted it to be. So I'm encouraging men to step up and support the children, support the girls and their wives, and stay committed and stop cheating on them. Sisters, hey, stay in there with that joker. I know it's tough, but stay in there with him, because it's bigger than you. It's bigger than that child. It's for both of you, all three of you, if you have children, and even if you don't, it's for both of you guys in the future seed of your child. So I just want to encourage you guys to understand the deepness of the family, understand the deep divineness of a family unit. And I encourage you guys to research this stuff. It's out on the internet. Research the family union, how important it was. Even slavery couldn't stop the family union, but during the 60s, that movement slowed the family unit down when they gave the women, some kind of support, financial support from the government, and the government said he couldn't be a man in the house. It's just little stuff like that seems little on the onset, but when you look back on it 30, 40, 50 years back, you say, oh man, that was big time stuff so happened. But if slavery couldn't stop us, why are we letting this stuff stop us now, guys? God wants families to be intact, man. He wants family to be intact. He wants to help those who don't have a father or a mother. But now it's almost like nobody has that. Why? Because the system is designed to attack us so that we can't grow. It takes two to grow. It takes two to mingle, and it takes two to cultivate something that is a productive environment for that child. Now the studies are coming out. Oh, children need both parents. Well, everybody's been saying that, but we now have to take it a little more serious, guys. That's just my little viewpoint on that. Be blessed. Have a great day, and love someone today.